So we've been working on coral spawning for about a decade now, since about 2014. And we were actually the first in the world to do ex situ coral spawning. That's the spawning of corals away from the reef. And bear in mind, corals actually are the foundation, the building blocks that harbour a home for upwards of 30% of all marine life. So they're super valuable from a biodiversity point of view, but also from an economic point of view. And we really need to understand what makes them tick, how they reproduce, how they survive in a changing climate. And we can do all that now in the comfort of our own universities and institutions around the world by using these sort of techniques. So I started my PhD in 2007, and that's where I originally focused on coral reefs. And I started looking at coral disease originally, and this was describing various different diseases themselves, but also the pathogens that were causing those diseases. I then grew a little bit tired of documenting the demise of these valuable ecosystems and started to focus on what makes them healthy. So we switched our research objectives, still focusing on aspects of the microbiome, which are the small members of the community associated with corals. These are bacteria, viruses, fungi, proteists, all valuable members. And we started exploring shifts and changes, what makes them differ in their variation, but also their function, their importance. And this soon segued onto actually designing ways of improving coral reefs, either naturally in the field with restoration, or ex situ with systems like the coral spawning unit we have behind us. And we developed these bespoke systems which allowed us to replicate and manipulate the natural environment to allow for that controlled spawning of corals.